No matter how much I try, I cannot remember what being dead felt like. I know I was dead, but I have no recollection of the experience. Where they return to is the same place they came from, the state before we were born. That 13.73 billion years of time, energy, and matter that we cannot describe or recall is the source from which we emerge and into which we will dissolve. This nothing isn't the empty void we usually imagine. It is an indescribable, incomprehensible state beyond consciousness and self-awareness. Death seldom comes up in real conversation, and few meditate deeply on the fact that it will happen to all of us, likely sooner than we expect. If we recognize that we have already experienced being dead and accept that we will experience it again without harm, death becomes less frightening. We become more mindful and motivated to pursue meaningful, exciting, and fulfilling experiences rather than wasting time on anxiety or superficial distractions. Eventually, we will lose the ability to experience life as we know it. That is simply the nature of being human. To fully embrace life, we must accept this reality. Like a vacation, knowing the end date shouldn't ruin the experience. If a vacation lasted forever, it wouldn't feel like a vacation at all. It reduces fear and hesitation. Yet facing death openly and regularly is crucial. As author Robert Greene writes, by becoming deeply aware of our mortality, we intensify our experience of every aspect of life. No matter how much we try to ignore or distract ourselves from the reality of death, awareness of it persists inside us. When left unaddressed, this awareness grows louder and more disruptive, causing anxiety, avoidance, and confusion. Instead, we must learn to live with this presence and transform it into a celebration of life. Accepting death as an essential part of life is key. Because it doesn't require these things, to our conscious mind, it is nothing. Yet this nothing is not frightening. Before birth, you were perfectly at ease with it, perhaps more so than you can imagine. Being dead itself is not scary. The fear arises from the conscious thought of dying, especially if we haven't accepted it. Ironically, it is often our fear of losing this ability that prevents us from enjoying it fully. We must not allow this to happen or squander this precious gift. More than death itself, we should fear never overcoming the fear of death while alive. We should fear missing the chance to appreciate both life and death for what they truly are while we still can. We have already experienced this state. You have already experienced it. We all have. In fact, I was dead for quite a long time according to what I've been told. Between 13.7 and 13.8 billion years. If you believe in an afterlife, logically, there must be a before life. To arrive somewhere after physical existence, you must have come from somewhere before it. If you argue that you must be born physically to access an afterlife, you are insisting that a physical entity can access something non-physical, which is contradictory. Despite attempts to imagine otherwise, it appears there is no way around the idea that the experience before life is essentially the experience after death. This means you have been dead before. Whether we like to admit it or not, everyone fears death. The awareness that our life will end influences nearly everything we do, the choices we make, the thoughts we have, the emotions we feel. Our actions are shaped both by an unconscious drive to avoid death and by a conscious understanding that it is inevitable. Our bodies and minds are temporary vessels, loaned to us by the universe for a brief period of conscious, physical existence, which must eventually be returned. Even if you believe your spirit, soul, or energy is infinite, that infinity must extend both forward and backward. To your conscious self, being dead feels like nothing at all. Coming to terms with mortality is naturally difficult. We rarely discuss or confront it with honesty and vulnerability. Facing something for the second time is usually less daunting than the first. Reducing our fear of death opens the door to truly living. Despite all odds, we were given the chance to embark on this journey to witness nature perceiving itself.